Hey YouTube, this is Zach with Achilles Financial, and today we're going to be looking at FedEx, and that's because they are going to be announcing earnings on June 20th. At this point in time, Q3 consensus of the 24 analysts that TD Ameritrade tracks is saying that they are expecting $2.74 a share. This is one that's going to be super interesting to watch, as the stock has done incredibly well since they last announced earnings, or rather since their Q3 earnings announcement. You can see in Q3 of last year, in the September timeframe, they announced earnings and they showcased that they are expecting significant slowing demand. At that point in time, the stock cratered significantly. Since then, at the same point in time, the stock is back at all-time highs. If you put this on a 3-year chart, you can see, or rather, I guess I should say 1-year highs, still well below their all-time highs that they saw in 2021. Now, there are a few things that we're going to be looking for as they begin to announce earnings and what we're going to be watching. Some of the items on the right-hand side of your screen, you can see price to earnings continue to remain at elevated levels. Price to sales are pretty in line with historical information. But if we look at the income statement, one of the things that we saw in Q3 of last year, if we change this to quarterly, so we saw, again, a reduction in income as well as total revenue. That is expected to be continued here in Q2, or rather Q1 of 2023, Q4 of 2023, the fiscal year. One of the things that it's important to note is that cargo volumes such as ships and rail continue to be down on a year-over-year basis. So what we want to be looking for is on a forecasted basis from these numbers right now, are we expecting there to be a large increase? Again, one of the things that they highlighted on that Q3 call last year is that they were going to put a lot of time and effort into dropping the expense account. And you can see that while that has continued, it still continues to remain at elevated levels. So the question here is going to be, will this continue to drop? How are they going to do so? And is this going to be a good quarter? I personally think that it's going to be a good quarter, but we're really going to have to watch the forecast component. The forecast is largely going to be comprised of, are they reducing expenses? And we can see that that's begun to occur here. Also, are we expecting there to be increases in the overall value of the stock due to the fact that revenue will be increasing? At this point in time, as Americans continue to weigh if we're going to continue to see a resumption of student loans, I think that you are going to see a drop in some of the shipping for the consumers, and I think that that will negatively impact FedEx. But then the follow-up associated with this is going to be, is there going to be commercial revenues that are going to drop as well, as this is a company that is heavily involved on the commercial side. Overall, the chart continues to showcase that the company has been doing very well over the past year. They've made a lot of strides since Q3 of last year, but the question is going to be, can this be sustained, or is this going to be something that it's been going up because other stocks are going up? That'll be something that we're going to watch here. But in the meantime, hope you found this content helpful, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks. Talk to you later.